Natalie and Lucy by Papa Garcia. Well, we've had lots of emails already. In fact, my favourite one is a suggestion of the name of that feature, specific to this today's, is the Twix Sense.
Indeed.
Which, was great. And feel free to send in your suggestions, because we're going to try and do one a week, a classic film, with Carl in the, you know, an important role. But if you want to, you know, see Carl as maybe as, you know, Michael Corleone in The Godfather, you know, send in, we'll see what we can do, won't we, Carl?
And don't imagine that it has to be a male character. I imagine that you could play, for instance, Sharon Stone's role in Basic Instinct.
I don't imagine it has to be a human. I mean, I mean, an animate object.
He might be better suited.
He'd be very good as a rock.
Yeah.
Or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we're gonna pick up something we spoke about before. We're gonna announce that we're gonna play that again in a few minutes. But Carl wants to put the record straight, don't you? Carl's fed up with when he comes up with something that's a little bit fantastic and far-fetched and wrong, that we take the mickey out of him. So he's brought in some hard evidence of the story, haven't you?
No, do you know, like, I find stuff on the internet and that, right, and I come in and tell you about it and you go, that's rubbish.
Yeah.
And then you'll say, show your workings, which I've never liked doing.
No.
When teachers say that, I hate that.
Yeah.
Because then I normally can't.
No.
I've always gone,
He's just got the answer's 5, and I go, no, I asked for the capital of China. The answer's 5.
Yeah.
But right, so we started a feature a couple of weeks ago, chimpanzee that, the thing about monkeys and stuff.
Let's just play the jingle, right? Oh, chimpanzee that!
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, we started that.
That's facts about apes, isn't it? And
Monkeys, chimps, whatever.
Yeah.
And I told you a story about a monkey that was in a zoo,
Yeah.
and it got pally with the zookeeper.
Right, yes.
Remember?
It moved into his house, didn't it?
Yeah, and
didn't
it
it ultimately have an affair with his wife?
Yeah, it liked a little brandy at night and a cup of tea in the morning, then he went to work and it moved in on its wife.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I read that in a book.
Yes.
Right? But then I was looking for some more monkey stuff online the other day, and I found the same story
Right.
from a different source,
Okay.
which is always a good sign.
And it's corroborated what you claimed, is it?
Kind of. There you go.
It's not a different source though, is it? It's someone who read the same thing as you and printed it
It's-
themselves.
then.
I left out a fact. His name's Oliver.
What, the monkey?
So
or
I got that wrong, yeah. The monkey's called Oliver. Can you see that, Steve?
Oh, yes.
Right.
There's
Do
a
you
picture of him here.
Do you want to read it? or-
Do you, where is this from, then?
I was looking for world famous monkeys online, and it...
www.apenaut.org. This is someone who, in America, who set up a sort of similar website to...
I don't know where he is, but... Yeah.
Okay, he was originally brought into the US with 12 other chimpanzees, but immediately stood out as different. He learned to drink, enjoy coffee and beer, and smoke cigars. In the evenings, he would sit on a sofa and watch television. If his caregivers were out of coffee, he would walk into the kitchen, pour a cup, and take it into the den. As he got older, he made sexual advances on the wife, and as a result was sold.
I reckon it was a stowaway. And to not get caught, he pretended to be a monkey.
Yeah.
Whereas really, it was just a...
That would make sense, because the final line is, he's now living in retirement in Texas.
Yeah.
But my only query, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, is that it doesn't really give much more information. I mean, someone who's set up a website like this, I'm worried that, what I'm saying is I'm worried he's a kind of an American twin of you. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I mean by that? There's no real hard evidence. There's no kind of dates. There's no references to where he was specifically or what zoo he was in.
Karl Pilkington.
Yes.
From Dallas. Hi. We're cousins.
Why do you need to know all that? The story's
What do
there.
you mean, why does he need to know that? Why not accept it? Because another fella reckons a chimp moved in on someone's wife.
What I'm saying is, that he could be as much of a nutter as you. Do you see what I mean?
What do you mean? Could be, he is.
Yeah, exactly.
What, and go to that much trouble of, like,
Yes.
sorting out a website and that?
You host a radio show, for goodness sake. To spout your idiocy. Setting up a website's hardly anything. You've actually got a job.
He was stressed yesterday because we want to do another chimpanzee that. Have we got a new story coming up for chimpanzee that?
Yeah.
He was stressed yesterday because he said, I'm really overworked, I'm really getting fed up. He said, I haven't even sorted out the story about this monkey. He said, how overworked am I that I haven't even got time to sort out a story about a monkey? You know how much I love that.
Rick, do you think there's any way we could lure Oliver out of retirement to come over and produce this show?
I think we probably could.
I'm parched for a cup of coffee. Would you pop to the kitchen?
We're going to play a bit of Springsteen.
Oh, I'm loving it.
For Martin Freeman, he said, please play some Springsteen or Bowie. I'm trying to get him into Motown, but he only likes level 42.
Yeah.
But this is for him. Eminem. Sing for the moment on XFM 104.9. Well, that is the most popular competition we've done, judging by the amount of emails. The Twix sense there.
To be fair as well, Rick, there is a question that is answerable. I think that's
There
also
is
a reason why
definitive,
people...
oh yeah, that's because I did it and not Carl, probably.
Exactly.
I asked the question there.
Yeah.
We're going to play it again, because other people want to hear it again, and then we will give the winner's name, and he will win that copy of it.
Carl in The Sixth Sense.
Jeez, I hope nobody got hurt.
Be alright.
You're very quiet.
I'm just thinking about stuff. So.
You're mad I missed the play, aren't you?
A little bit annoyed, to be honest. Went down a storm playing the drums in Little Donkey, but your loss.
I'd give anything to have been there.
Well, you wouldn't, because you didn't, but like I say, it's your loss, isn't it? Anyway, I'm just quiet because I'm thinking about stuff, like I said, right? I'll make a big deal out of it.
What is it?
Well, I was just thinking, what would happen, right, if you put a chameleon on a mirror? How would it handle that? It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Cole, you're scaring me.
That's scaring you. This'll scare you, right? The other day, saw two old men sat there having a Twix. You never see that, do you? Old fella having a Twix.
You see ghosts, Cole?
No, just the old fellas having a Twix, boy.
They talk to you?
No,
They tell you to do things?
no, because they were too busy eating, but what's that got to do? What are you looking like that for? Do you think I'm some sort of freak or something? Is that
I would never think that about you.
Well...
Ever.
No.
Got it?
Alright.
Oh, there you
extraordinary.
go. And so the question was, who played the original role of that kid in the car who saw strange things? And the answer is Steve.
Haley Joel Osment, of course,
Yeah.
who is a talented young performer, but I don't think really has anything on Karl Pilkington, who I think made that scene even more chilling and
Yeah.
more atmospheric than the original.
Definitely.
And we'll give this to, let's see, I think it's Francis Marnie, who's emailed in. He or she said, I don't know if it's a he or she, but says that basically...
I is male and he is... No,
Oh, well, I think it's
I
both.
is female and Frances or I don't
Francis,
know.
anyway, that could be a fake name, who knows. But let's assume it's a he. He says he's a sad little nerd who, it was his birthday yesterday, and only his mum remembered, even his best friend forgot.
Definitely a bloke.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really relate to life as a bit of a loser, a bit of a nerd, so I don't really know what he's talking about, but I imagine a lot of our audience do, so let's give it to him as sort of...
I imagine he's a little four-eyed, little lanky.
loser.
Yeah.
Actually, as I look again, I notice he's not even got the name right. He spelled it Haley Joel Osment.
Oh.
Instead of Osment. But, so he really is pathetic. I mean, what a pathetic little
Actually,
weasel.
well, I'll tell you what we find now. Now we humiliated him. Don't give him the prize. Give it to someone else.
Well, it's on TV tonight anyway on ITV. so
No. Well
just
done,
watch it then.
Francis. Thank you for listening, and well done for spotting who Carl was trying to...
And whatever
Seven.
girl you fancy at school, ask her out. Say, come back to my place, watch The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
She'll love it, and you'll be guaranteed a share.
Why do you assume he was at school?
I don't know, because his spelling is terrible. Although I'm looking at Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a very badly put together email. I just assumed it was a kid.
Right.
Well, if he is a kid now and he's going through formative years, he's probably really... I never dreamt it was a kid.
Really?
I feel a bit bad now.
Well, you thought it was a sort of 25-year-old loser,
Yeah.
even more pathetic in a way.
Yeah. And now I'm worried that, you know, you've embarrassed, an adolescent live on, well, one of the biggest radio stations in the building. It's not even the biggest radio station in the building. I can't believe that. It's the smallest radio station in this building.
Right, now we've done that, right, are we doing a proper competition?
Yeah.
Setting up the old,
Rockbusters, your favourite, isn't it?
Well, let's play a tune before. I don't think I can face that
well, it's
straight
just
away. I
that
need a break.
we've also got, that song sounds alright. aren't we? Another new feature.
That song sounds good.
Can I just say before we play a record that we've had an email from Dickie Anderson.
Dickers!
Richard Anderson.
Oh, Dickster, you Dicky Docky Dido, are ya?
If you're a new listener, then you won't have come across Richard before, but
he loves the show.
He's our biggest fan.
He's a bit of a, and he loves the show. He tapes it and listens back to it 4 or 5 times.
But the great thing about him is he's not afraid to offer a bit of constructive criticism.
Oh, well, yeah, go on, what's he said?
Well, all I'm going to say to you is he said, is it true that companies are now getting rid of hold music and are instead using your show to irritate their customers while they're waiting on the phone? I don't know. We'll look into that, Dickie, but thanks for that.